Right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us here today. We're here to, well, this afternoon I should say, we're here to have the final press conference for the show that takes place at COPPERBOX Arena in London on Saturday the 30th of April. We've got joint top of the bills, and I won't do in anything necessary order, but we'll kick off with the vacant WBO Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship, which will be between the undefeated Hughie Lewis Fury from Manchester, who's 19-0, against Fred KASSI from New Orleans, USA, to my left, 18-4-1. This is a big step up for Hughie. He's fighting a guy that, I think in his last fight, was lost a very, very debatable decision against Brazili, who's you all know is fighting Anthony Joshua for the world title in 6 or 7 weeks' time. So you look at the independent reports, and most of them felt that Fred had won the fight. So it's a bit of a step up for Hughie, considering the guy he fought is now fighting for the world title. And we'll be able to gauge how good that opponent was when Hughie gets in the ring with him on Saturday. Hughie is working with us, and the team Fury is working with us now. We're delighted he's on board. This will be the first of many fights that he'll have with us for the future. The objective, as far as we're concerned, is to get him into the world rankings. This will get him a spot in the first, certainly in the top 10, if not higher. He is 19-0, and if you look at his record and you look at the fact he's only 21 years of age, he's done something that most young fighters haven't done. Number one is he's had a huge amount of fights. You compare his record, say, with, if you look at Anthony Joshua, you look at Frank Bruno, he's done far more than they've done at this stage of his career as a professional than them. And his age, take his age into consideration. So we're looking for big things from him. He's, as we all know, he's trained by his dad, Peter. He's involved with the real world heavyweight champion, so you don't get any better sparring or preparation in working around that camp when you're working with a world heavyweight champion. So from his point of view, he's getting and gaining experience that a lot of people don't do it in this business. So he's got the world at his feet. We're going to give him the opportunities, we're going to give him the platforms to deliver, and hopefully within the next 18 months, 2 years, he'll be up to the challenging and fighting and winning the world, fighting for and winning the world title. But obviously, he's got to overcome Fred, and he's not just shown up to make up the numbers. He's a very competitive fighter, and as I say, gave Brazili a very tough fight last time out. So Hughie's got it all to do, but we have faith in his ability and hope he'll come through. The British and Commonwealth Super Featherweight Championships on the line. Liam Walsh is fighting Troy James. Liam is undefeated. That's Troy James from Coventry, 18-2-1. I feel sorry for Liam. He's he's been one of those guys that when people ask me, they say, who do you feel is one of the best young fighters in the country, or best fighters in the country, or best prospects? And his name immediately springs to mind. Unfortunately, he's a guy that has had so much bad luck. It wasn't very lucky or bad luck. He wouldn't have any. He never seemed to get any momentum going in his career. He had a bad accident when he was about to fight for a world title against Ricky Burns, and since then he's had various hand injuries. I'm hoping this fight, and hoping he comes through the fight, will then get him in a position where he gets some momentum going on his career, and we can get him into a meaningful fight. If he comes through this, he should get a final eliminator for a world title, but he's got to get through it. And obviously, Troy James is not, again, coming to make up the numbers. So Liam's got it all to do. If he comes through it, to say he will get in his next fight a final eliminator. That's the carrot. That's what he's got to aim for, and that will mean if he wins this fight and the final eliminator, he'll get a crack at the world title this year. We've got a cracking little domestic clash for the British featherweight title between Ryan Walsh, British champion, 21-1, against James Tennyson from Belfast, 16-1. He's a mandatory challenger. This is a fight ordered by the British Boxing Board of Control, and this had the makings, I think, of the fight of the night. Should be one for the fans to savour, and I'm certainly looking forward to it. The winner of this, I believe, can go on and hopefully move forward and maybe fight for a European title and then get themselves into world contention within the next 18 months or so. We've got the Commonwealth Superweight Super Flyweight Championship between Anthony Nelson from South Shields, he's 11-0, the Commonwealth Champion, and James Conlon from Belfast, Northern Ireland, who's the challenger, 11-0 and 15-0. So two undefeated fighters, as they say in the business, somebody's always going to go, and we're looking forward to that fight as well. That, again, looks a very competitive fight. Undercard features some of our best young prospects, Lewis Petit, Anthony Yardy, who I'm expecting big things on, Joe Pickford, Boy Jones Jr. Virginia Singh will be on the card. He's 4-0 at the moment, and we'll be looking to step him up after this fight. He comes through. He's fighting Mathieu, lawyer from Bayonne in France. He comes through this, one more fight here, and then he's going to make his homecoming debut in India. And I'm looking forward to that, and he will be stepped up considerably and very fast into some really serious, meaningful fights. Billy Long's on the card, Sam McNess, E.P. Carter, Ben Smith, Sanjeev Sahota, who's Nassim Hamid's signing, Nathan Gorman, Barney Joe Jones, and Tony Bang. So you better bring your Horlicks with you, because we're going to have a late night, there are lots of fights there, and I'm hoping everybody will be well entertained. I know you've got a lot of questions to ask, so please feel free to do so.
Hughie, Frank's talking of a world title in the next 18 months. What are you looking for now? More developing fights or fights that will move you up the world rankings?
I'm just happy. I've got a good team around me now. I've got Frank, I've got Mick, I've got my dad, and they're all guiding me on the right path. And with these shows, I'd like to be on, fighting regular, with good fights, good opponents, and learning the job. And yeah, if my team says I'm ready to fight for world title tomorrow or the next day, I'm in there. Because I'm in this sport to fight proper men and to be in good fights and to win the titles. Not like easy knockovers, to do it like a proper man does and earn them titles and defend them for a very long time.
What's it like being in a camp with Tyson and wasn't sparring with him before his fights?
Yeah, it's very good because what happens in these camps, I do all the sparring with Tyson and sparring partners, and I learn a lot by all these. So starting from a young age and all this experience of all gathered in, I've learned all different styles, all different everything, and the amount of fights I've already had for being 21 and the experience I've fought some good names in there, and yeah, it's just a stepping stone to keep building me along into the world stage. Because the type of fight I'm fighting, people don't like to fight. You think make it open-minded, but I want these type of fights because when I do fight for a world title, I will be ready and I'd be expecting everything. So I'm doing the right thing at the minute, taking the right fights and the right preparation.
Yuri, what do you know about your opponent? Do you know much about him?
Yeah, he's a very good fighter. To be honest with you, I thought he's had a few unlucky fights with Ariola and Brazili. I thought to be honest with you, done enough to win them fights. And he's a tough guy, and he's very awkward, and it's going to be a good test for me. So I'm not taking him lightly, and it's going to be an exciting fight.
Fred, you had a couple close decisions, as Hughie said, go against you. Is it going to go right for you this weekend? You've had a couple close decisions go against you. Is the decision going to go correct for you this weekend?
Hopefully so. I always come to fight, and I'm looking. Thanks you guys for inviting me over here, and it's gonna be a good night. I always bring my best, always.
Frank, what are your thoughts on your fight with Brazil and then Brazil getting that decision and going on to fight for the world title? What do you think about that situation?
Brazil, they expect much from me. He's a young fighter, he's coming up, and he's an Olympian, that's why I think.
What do you think, though? What do you think of his him getting a shot at the world title in a debatable decision with you?
Yeah, he's strong. He's a strong guy. He's bringing it. I just was my experience. I stay away from his punches, but he's bringing some fire. When he's not playing, he's definitely, my experience played a part on that fight. So.
And what do you feel about the decision?
I can't be going back, it is what it is. I just have to look forward.
What do you think about Hughie compared to some of the, compared to some of the other people you've boxed?
He's doing the right thing. He's young. He has a lot of room to improve. But, Saturday gonna be his test. But I think I was bringing to the table. You just have to be ready to, that's all.
Liam, it's been a while. Is it a case of making up for lost time now?
Yeah, you could say that, yeah. Although I don't feel I'm against time. We all are in a way, but I am. Anyone who knows me knows how clean I've lived, and I'm still I'm a very young 29, and so I don't need to be all of a sudden. There's no mega rush, it's not like urgency, although I do want to move on, don't get me wrong at all, but obviously I've got to beat Troy first, not good doing so, and I'll look forward to it after that.
Do you think you need this fight before the Carrot or final eliminator?
Yeah, I think it's a very good fight. I don't think this fight's getting I don't think Troy's getting the full respect he deserves. No one's ever given him nothing. He's in this position because he's mandatory challenger. He hasn't been given this. And he's a much better fighter than I think some people are giving him credit for. He's certainly got my attention. And I haven't underestimated him or disrespected him one little bit.
But the prize is there for you now, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a prize there now, so yeah, I'm excited to that Carrot's there. I've still got to go out and do my job, which I'll do either way.
Can I ask Liam and Ryan, you're both facing tough challenges on Saturday night. When you're in the changing rooms beforehand, do you get nervous for each other?
Never. I do every session with my brother. If he was asking me about Michael and how wild he is, it might be a little bit different, but again, no one works as hard as these people, and in this case, I don't know anyone who works harder than Liam. He's the hardest working human I've ever met, and because past boxing, that goes to his whole demeanour, so I'm a huge believer in you get what you work for, so why should I be nervous?
Liam, do you worry for your brother at all?
No, it's exciting, really, especially with us both being on the same bill this time, and both for British titles, and there's a bit of history there. I'm more excited than nervous, although if there is any sort of nerves, it's certainly a little bit more for my brother than for myself, because I don't get nervous myself, I'm excited.
Jennifer, can I ask you, what are the big names of the big fighters that you're
I'm not into any hurry right now, I can say that, because I'm going step by step, I'm going slowly, because that's my fifth fight is coming up, and after that I'm fighting Bolton, and after that I'm going to India, to homecoming fight. So I'm not targeting any title or something like that. I just keep going slowly. So you know that slowly win the race, so of course following that.
What would it mean to you to fight as a professional in India?
Anyone, I don't mind to a specific name, I have to fight that one, but anyone can come and fight with me, no problem.
Just finding there are a couple of British middleweights who've got wins over you in the Commonwealth Games, Anthony Garago, Anthony Fowler. Would you like sort of revenge against
I'm really bad with the names, I told you. I don't know really, but I don't remember any names, especially English, so of course I can say that, when I fight with them, so yeah, I'm happy to do that, no problem, I can fight with them, no problem.
Anthony Gogo can have a rematch any day of the week. It's not a problem. You can have that tomorrow and pull the other guy off. It's not a problem. We'll do that later. By the way, the show's being broadcast by Showtime on part of their Showbox series as well. So these guys are getting valuable exposure in America, which is great for them. So that's it's a funny thing with Virginia. I noticed in the week there's quite a few sort of articles on the internet about him with Amir Khan, who mentioned that he would like to fight Virginia in India, so who knows what happens in this world. There might be one down the road. It'll be quite interesting.
Anthony, is it a relief for you to get a first defence, having won the title a year ago?
Do you know what? I've had nothing but bad luck since I won the title. I was expecting that to be the fight where I boxed, it was last April when I boxed for the title, and I was expecting a snowball effect from that, so that I could keep on rolling, keep on fighting regular. But I got let down on a couple of big shows, one run of bad luck after another, and I've never been able to fight until now. So obviously thanks to Frank, thanks for Jamie for taking the fight. But I'm back in where I want to be, back in where I need to be, and obviously defending the Commonwealth title is what we need to do.
And it's a very tough first defence though, isn't it?
It is, but like I don't want to like sit back and just fight anyone. You know, I want to be in tough fights, I want to be in big fights. These are the shows I want to be on. I want to be on the Sky shows, I want to be on the big venues, and the boxing, the big venues, big shows. You've got to be fighting the big names.
Jamie, how's it gone for you out in Spain for this fight?
It's been perfect. Usually, like every camp, everyone says that it's been perfect, but this is truly and generally went perfect. No injuries, no niggles, no nothing. Had the best of sparring, had round flag, European bantamweight champion and stuff. So every box has been ticked. Just the game plan is down to a T, and I just got to go and execute now on Saturday night.
Just ask yourself and James, how important would it be for you both to win this weekend for getting big time boxing back in Belfast, because Carl seems to be in America now?
Well, it's a snowball effect, as we said earlier. If I win and he wins, there's no need to come over here anymore. We can focus on Belfast, big fights there. There's big arenas and there's loads of
big if.
fighters.
That's a huge if.
Yeah, well, not on my case, but Carson James.
Jamie, you've been training with your brother, I think, Mike Carson.
Yeah, I went training since he came back. I always work with him and Paddy. And I said the other day, I was working with the whole team, the Irish team, but then too, when they come in the room, the level of like focus, driven, determination just goes up. Their heads are on the game. Rio is the only thing they're thinking about at the minute, and the lads are working tirelessly.
Any other questions? Are we done? Lovely. Thanks a lot. We look forward to seeing you on the night, and looking forward to seeing some of these fights, especially with the domestic ones. As such, they're going to be competitive, and I'm sure everybody's going to be thoroughly entertained. Thanks a lot for coming today, and we appreciate it.